So it is still night one of Japan tour. Went to 7-Eleven because it's like one of two places that's open, which is really funny. I was gonna go to Lawson's. I realized I'm like way up here. Late night stuff I don't even think about, like angles. So I was gonna go to Lawson's because I knew it was 24/7, and like literally in this tiny little street that was the street I was on. It was like 7-Eleven and then Lawson. So I went to 7-Eleven first. I just went to 7-Eleven. I was going to go to Lawson's. And then I was like, well, I mean, I know 7-Eleven already has the meals. I assume Lawson does too. It's like the same sort of deal. Although the Lawson I went to earlier seems more like 7-Eleven in the States. And 7-Eleven here is much fancier for anyone who didn't already know that you can get, legitimate full meals. The lady asked if I wanted it microwaved, which obviously when she first said it, I didn't know what she said, and then she like pointed to the microwave. I was like, no, and I realized I definitely should have said yes because I don't know the actual length of time that you're supposed to do this for. Also, not even sure what this is. I know it's rice. I know that's salmon. That is something else, and those other things are also other things. But it looked okay. There was salmon and rice, so I was like, the rest is good to go. So I got that, and then I also got a lemon Coke, lemon and vitamin C Coke. They also have a thing called Coke Plus. I was like, I don't know if I want that, but I was curious about the Coke lemon, so figured I'd give it a shot. It smells lemony. That is interesting. It's so lemony. It's a little hard to taste the actual like classic Coke flavor. I like that. That's interesting though. It's not like super Coke strong. That's really interesting. I like that. So I'm gonna figure out some science on this, which I don't think it has like exact instructions, and if it does, they're in Japanese. Let's see. See, the funny thing is, I see 3. I know the kanji for 3, so I was like, I see 3. We're about 3 minutes. I don't know. Okay. Battery died there. Also gave myself an insane scare because I couldn't find my charger for a second. It was just sitting under my hat, and I was like, no, there's no way I did that, because I was about to freak out if I didn't bring my other batteries or my battery charger, and I only had one other battery, which would be this one, which is at 100%, but one battery doesn't do anything for across 7 days. But either way, I think what I figured out, as it said, like 150. I do believe, yeah, that's time. That's time right there. So if it's 500 watts, actually, what are you? Oh, I can change it. All right, boom, 500 watts. 500 watts, 1 minute and 50 seconds. So that is what we shall do. Next time I'm going to ask her to do it, because I don't know if the tape stuff makes a difference. I would assume it does, just because it's adhesives. But I also don't know 100%. Actually, I'm also going to have to remember separating everything for the recycling. Which actually isn't too crazy for me, considering we recycle a lot at work. So I actually do that quite often when we have boxes and stuff. You're not supposed to recycle boxes with like tape on it. So sometimes I'll spend a bunch of time just like cutting the cardboard around the tape, like whatever little, they put like the stickers on for when it's delivered. I'll just like cut around it and just peel it off the whole box and stuff like that, and cut wherever there was tape or glue. I'll just like cut that little chunk off the box so we can actually recycle it. And 150, so the same. Might as well be 2. That's cool. I like that. So, sorry for the noise there. Yeah, the Coke is good. Hopefully the food's going to be good. Next time I will definitely have them do it. Oh, a tiny itty bitty little like pin stick in there. But yeah, the plan is to just eat tonight, and unfortunately, I'll have to figure out the Wi-Fi stuff tomorrow. And I just realized I'm just gonna do that for myself, even though I don't know exactly where you guys are. I'm considering I can look right there. I'll assume that's enough. You can see my eyes are looking at you, so if I'm cut off, it's whatever. It's just late night vlog. It's not even late. It's 10 o'clock, but nighttime vlog madness. In the tiny corner here, I'm getting buttloads of radio microwaves. But I do like this place. I like it so far. You know, microwave, fridge, freezer. I did look at some ice cream. I didn't buy any. Saw a bunch of stuff that we have at work, because I work at Toyota, for anyone who doesn't know. So we have a lot of Japanese snacks. So I've seen, it was funny when I was at the airport actually. I was coming in and there was a giant billboard for Itoen tea. And I was like, I know that because we have it at work. So yeah, Itoen I'm familiar with. They had like the little chocolate teddy bear things, which I don't know the names of actually. So some stuff I'll be familiar with just because we actually have it at work. So it's actually kind of funny. I'll see little stuff here and there, and I'll be like, actually, you already know that candy, or I've tried that drink, or I've had that tea, I've had that candy, I've had that. Mostly candy, mostly snacks and stuff, because people will actually bring stuff back from Japan when they're over here. Which I will also be doing. It's gonna be Kit Kats for me. Like sometimes people bring other snacks, but I'm just gonna go classic and just be like, here's some wild Kit Kat flavors. No one's done the sake Kit Kats, so I think that's my plan of action, is to go full sake Kit Kats. Holy crap, every time I think I'm going to be able to like get through that and jump to the next sentence, I'm wrong. But that is the plan of attack. As far as treats for everybody at work, I'm going to go Kit Kats. And hopefully I'll be able to get a ton of different flavors. Ooh, this smells good. Yes. Do you say ikitatimasu when it's just you? I think you're supposed to. I think it's over all the time, no matter what. So that's what I got. Steaming. What is that? What are you? You look gelatin. Like, what are you? You gel? You meat? What are you? I don't know. I think that's meat too. That looks like chicken almost. And this is something I'm slightly familiar with, but not 100% familiar with. Seen it a bunch, but I don't think I've had it. Okay. Alright, everything's steaming, so I'm a little worried. Fish cake. It's not bad. It's like any classic microwave thing, especially when it's made like that. Never take the biggest bites, or you'll burn yourself. It's pretty good though. I like the flavor. There's like spots on these walls. Okay. Oh crap. I burned. There's an orange spot here. It looks like a glue spot. Which is something's actually on the wall. It's like it's really a mess on the wall. Ooh. I think this is egg. Jelly egg. Like sweet egg. Which is probably the salmon. That's what makes it sweet. Oh, that's good. I like that. No. This is the great mystery. The gray glob. I don't know if I'm a fan. It's almost like I swear. It's almost like it is salmon, but gelatin. It's almost like it's the more advanced version of tofu a little bit. where it's already been filled with the seasoning of salmon. Okay, it's a carrot. That's what I thought it was, but I was like, We got mystery meat. Chicken. I just really like a whole thing of rice, but it has to be super sticky for me because I'm not like a master with chopsticks or anything. Oh, maybe this was for the rice. I like some more seasoning in there or something. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? I don't know. I definitely don't know. I'm just eating stuff right now, which tends to be the case when I'm hungry. It's like edible. You got it. I can't get off my chopstick. This is good. I like this though. Okay. And we have a nice little redo. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for breakfast now. Didn't really think of that when I was there. I could have just bought something else, but kind of living in the now. Like I need food now because I'm hungry, and I'm gonna eat, and then I'm off to well. I think I'm gonna shower. I'm gonna shower tonight so that I can just get up and go, and especially figuring everything out for the Wi-Fi stuff, mostly the Wi-Fi router. And as long as the people actually come along in the morning, because well, I was gonna say they didn't get back to me, but they probably did. I just haven't had internet, so the only time I was actually able to get in touch with anybody was when I actually first landed here. I sent messages out because I use WhatsApp like most people do because it's free. So sent messages out to people, and I actually talked to my dad. And then after that, it was kind of madness because everything just wasn't right. Me trying to figure out where I was going and stuff like that, and then of course, never actually getting what I was looking for, and then the Wi-Fi not working here either. So it was like, oh, well, no Wi-Fi, no contact. Whoops. It tastes very interesting with the sweet salmon flavor on top. Also pretty good. I needed this. Okay, good. Solid mini meal. That was a good solid meal in general, really. Not super crazy on calories and whatnot. Sort of healthy. Technically, it was fish, eggs, rice. You know, full on Rocky breakfast or Rocky dinner. But yeah, tomorrow should be better. Hopefully. Get myself settled with the Wi-Fi. The people come in for the hotel to do the signature and stuff. I'm gonna talk to them about the Wi-Fi here. Have that solved. Get the Wi-Fi router. Have that solved. And then possibly, hopefully, get to Yoyogi Park tomorrow and go see the Pride Parade. I'll get some decent footage there too. Kind of the main plan was really the only set thing that I had going for Sunday, admittedly, because I think I want to say it's tomorrow and Monday. Honestly, I can't really remember, but I think it's both. I think it's set for both, and I think one day is the actual parade, and then another day is something else. It's not a full-on parade, but it's, you know, a gathering more than a parade. I think tomorrow, if I have it right, if I remember right, tomorrow is the parade, which is of course what I really want to see. They even had it where you could be in it. I have no interest in that because you like it's even in the rules. It was like no like hopping in and out of the line. No, I lost a chopstick. Okay. Saw that the battery was green. All I wanted to do was a simple switch. Chopstick down. Okay. Excuse me. That really sucks because I don't know. This is going to be very uncivilized because I'm just going to have to scoop and eat because that's all I got. Look, it really use some salt. It's probably what the cube is for. But use some soy sauce too. That would be great. We got some tiny bit of soy sauce. There's also like itty bitty little like string beans in here, and what appear to be like tiny slices of carrots. Let's see. I do like carrots, so we'll see if this is actually carrot. I don't think that was carrot, but so tiny it's hard to tell. Also, it's seasoned. Very interesting. It's like it's not spicy. I guess tangy was the best. Whenever it's not spicy, it's tangy. So it's like it's at that very first taste. It's like, oh, it's about to be spicy, and then it instantly goes away, and it's like it's weird. Like the first inkling is definitely like a spicy taste / flavor. That is not the case. Alright, man. I'm definitely looking forward to more different types of pop. That's like one of my big things. That and maybe trying some other drinks in general. But most of it, I'm not like familiar taste wise, but it's like, it'll be like a coffee drink or something like that. So I was like, well, I have no interest in coffee drinks because I don't really drink coffee. It's super rare that I'll drink coffee. It's more for the flavor because I'll just put so much cream and sugar in it. It's like 2 steps below cappuccino, which is what I really want. So can't say I'm a big fan of coffee. I don't need it in the morning or anything like that. I never use it for energy. But it's basically like the second most important commodity at my job. It's like oxygen, then coffee. Like everyone is drinking coffee there. So coffee's a big deal. But for me, it's just like, whatever. If we got like a ridiculous amount left over at the end of the day, I'll probably pour a cup. Or if I refill the canister and it's overflowing, I'll just pour the excess into a cup and probably drink that. But that's so incredibly rare. It's like I never really have to worry about that. I should have put the salmon in here. Maybe that's what I was supposed to do, is just mix everything in with the rice. That's me being a picky eater. I always eat everything one at a time. So that's on me. That thought process doesn't really occur very often to like blend stuff, because I'm the person that doesn't really like their food touching too much. And I am so tired right now. Like I just almost don't have the mental capacity to like one-handed chopstick this stuff. And I'm just sleepy. But it's a little hard to use a chopstick like a spoon. This is good though. This is necessary. That's what it was. I needed this. fridge is making like a ton of noise right now. Trying to see if it was my excess fat just weighing the motors down. I don't think so. No. I don't know if I'm helping with my excess fat, but I don't think I'm the cause. Oh. Man. I don't know what the heck is gonna happen tomorrow. If I saw things here, I should be good. They're coming in the morning. I sign my papers and stuff like that. I'll just be like, hey, there's no Wi-Fi in this room. There's either no router or however the Wi-Fi works. It's just not working. And if there is a router, I haven't looked, but most of the stuff is kind of unearthed, I guess is the best way to put it. No! That was my glob of rice before my last glob of rice. I haven't looked. I am that. So, not really sure about the router situation. Oh, that was good though. I like that. Salmon was good. Rice was good. Random egg. Oh, it's a toothpick. I'm dumb. Egg was good. Coke with lemon and vitamin C. Excuse me, that's very weird. Excuse me. Seen a couple things for the Winter Olympics for 2020 is next year, and it's gonna be in Tokyo. Been seeing it. Well, it's funny because someone at my job has like a countdown timer to next year, next year's Olympics. But saw a couple of things while I was here so far. It's like they're, it's the Olympics are obviously big. So they already got stuff plastered up where it's like, hey, Olympics. Seen some familiar little chibi characters when I was at the airport. I was like, hey, I've seen those little guys, like a little blue. They probably have, the mascots probably have names, but like the blue and pink mascot for the Tokyo Olympics, there's actually like a plush at my job. So it was kind of funny when I was seeing it. I never really thought about the fact that they're like legitimately like Olympic mascots. So it was funny when I was at the airport and I like went through the exit doors and I was like first after I did like my declaration and all that stuff. And it opens up and there's this giant banner. It's like blue on the left and pink on the right. And I was like, hey, those are the little characters. Like I never paid much attention to them as far as like, oh, these are the Olympic mascots. I thought that was cool. Oh man, that's interesting. Oh, wrong. That's what she said. But it's interesting. It reminds me of something else. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It reminds me of something else. But it's good. I do like this. It's a very interesting flavor to have Coke with lemon, and it's it's not like well I was gonna say like any other Coke, but technically I'd say cherry Coke doesn't actually taste like regular Coke at all. But what came to mind when I was thinking of lemon was actually vanilla Coke. Like vanilla Coke still tastes a lot like Coke, but it has that hint of vanilla in it. Cherry Coke is cherry Coke. Like it's like right down the middle, if not more cherry. So it doesn't even taste like regular Coke. Like I think it's so sweet, it's not powerful enough to taste like regular Coke. Like it doesn't give you that insanely strong Coke taste, which is kind of why I don't like Coke that much. It's good, but the way Coke is made, like it just, once it's that, I mean, even with this one, once I drink Coke, it's legitimately like I feel Coke on my teeth. Like the way my teeth physically feel is like there's already a layer of sugar just like stuck there. Just like on the tops of my teeth. Top and bottom of my teeth. It's just like I could just feel like it's this weird thing where they're technically not smooth. It's kind of weird, but vanilla Coke, I would say, is still very akin to just plain Coke, but it's got a hint of vanilla. This, I would say, is like cherry Coke, where it's like right down the middle. Stronger though. I say it's not as sweet, which kind of makes sense with it being lemon. Not as sweet as cherry Coke, where it's, it feels like it's right down the middle, if not more so leaning towards cherry than Coke. But for that, I would say it's right down the middle. It is Coca-Cola with lemon and vitamins, so you can be healthy while you do whatever. I don't know, but yeah, definitely good. Definitely tastes good. Gonna end this video here. I'm getting sleepier and sleepier by the minute, which you can probably tell based on how I'm talking. But it's like this slow degradation. If you go through the videos, like the ones that I've done today, like the first day in Japan and the random things that I saw, just going through those videos and talking about them. Like, I just had my eyes closed for what felt like an eternity just now. Excuse me. But the degradation, the down, not even the downgrade, just the mental decline, like the infinite madness of going from where I was to like right now where I'm feeling really sleepy, which is good because it means I'll go to sleep and it'll, I'll still be on schedule with Japan itself, which I love. And I'm so happy that I was able to actually pull that off the way that I did, because I'm like, man, I was thinking about it when I was waiting for the trains and stuff. I was like, wow, thank goodness I was able to actually do that, because I'd be toast if I actually had to do what I was doing, but I was like as tired as this, and I had to like stand around and then go to this station and then go to that station because I had it backwards, or go to this station which was right, but then you have to get off at it, for another station that possibly goes the same way as you and stuff like that. It's just like, forgot the point I was making and why I even started talking about that, because that's how sleepy I am. But there's that, I guess. I legitimately can't remember. Oh, I guess talking about the cars and stuff. Or no. Something about the subway. I'm really sleepy. I don't remember what the heck I was even talking about. I don't know what made me start this conversation. I don't know what. Oh, okay, I remember now. I'm glad I was able to balance out my time schedule, because when I was waiting for the subway, I was like, I would have been really messed up if I got here and I was still jet lagged, and then I had to do all that stuff. I would have been like so insanely screwed. Even if I like asked someone directly and they gave me directions, I probably still would have messed up just from being so sleepy and tired. Plus the fact that you're in a new area and stuff, so you want to be like 100% sure you're doing the right thing. And that was another thing. Japanese culture, people are very kind and stuff, so I wanted to make sure I was like, and I'm normally like that anyway. Like let people, get out. That's a normal thing. Like you let people get off an elevator, get off a bus, or get off a train before you get on. So that's a normal thing anyway. But it would be little stuff where I was like, I had like my giant suitcase and stuff in my bag, and so I would feel bad like going into the train, and I have a backpack on too, which I heard was a thing that is kind of something that people don't like, is that you have a backpack, and I was like, oh, that sucks. But I saw a ton of people with backpacks, so I was like, okay, it's not as crazy, it's not as bad as I was thinking when I watched that video, like stuff that people tend not to like, little minor things in the culture, or not necessarily minor, but just the small details that you wouldn't think about. Excuse me, or just wouldn't know in general. You wouldn't think of the backpack thing, but I'd be going through, and I have my big suitcase, and so there are times where I would be about to get on the subway and there'd be other people around me, and I would just be like like go ahead, because I had like this big suitcase, and then that's me getting in and like kind of distorting the space where it's like it's just one person with like a little side bag or something like that. So I was super cautious about that sort of stuff. I remember, I don't know if this lady was impressed because I was a foreigner, but it kind of made me laugh. But I was on, I think it was fairly early on in the day, and this lady was about to get up, and so I had my big I was about to say big stroller, but my big suitcase, my big rolling suitcase, and so she got up, and I basically, because I was next to the door, and she was going, I was next to the right door, and she was going past me to get to the left, and there was like a space in the middle, like there was luggage and stuff, so she had to like go around me to get to the stuff. So I saw that she got up and she was about to go to the door, so I legitimately just backed up into like the normal main aisle. There was nobody there, so it was fine. And I remember she like smiled and like kind of laughed or something, and I don't know if it was because she was like, oh wow, he's like a foreigner who was like super nice, or if that's not super common, or the fact that I paid so much attention that like as soon as she got up, I just completely like backed up into the space. So I was like, well, she's clear to head out. She doesn't have to even say anything. And I just noticed it, and it could have been that she was like just laughing about something else, but I couldn't tell. I was like, I don't know if she's like smiling because it was like, oh man, he was like surprisingly nice, for a foreigner, or something like that. But that was something that I noticed when I did that, and like she just kind of like laughed. She either like laughed or just smiled. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I don't know if that was because of me or just at that random time it was a coincidence. She happened to think of something funny or whatever. But I was doing that a lot, where I was like letting people get on the subway before me because I'm like, I have this big bag. I'm just like, go ahead. It was kind of funny, kind of going through that and being like, okay, am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? Am I like the weird foreigner? Like when I first got to the end of the line for the first train that I was on that was wrong, and I just took it anyway just to see everything. When I took it back, it was totally empty because it was the end of the line, so there weren't a ton of people there. And I remember I got in, and I basically sat in this thing that was, two on this side, two on that side, the normal subway thing. And I just had like all my stuff, and I was like, I feel really, really bad, even though nobody was there yet. I was like, I feel like crap. Like I have this giant stroller rolling bag. I don't know why I keep saying stroller. And this giant rolling bag, and then my duffel bag on top, and my backpack on. And there's no way to have that in a space that's like two people here, two people there, and then you have this giant set of this giant suitcase in the middle. Like it doesn't work. It's not gonna pan out. So when we got to the next stop, I was like, I just need to get up and move all my stuff to like there was a little luggage thing. So as soon as we were like about like started slowing down, I just got up and just put all my stuff there because I was like, I felt really bad. I was like, if anybody gets on, I'm taking up like this whole space and only 2 other people can fit here instead of 3 other people like it should be. So I did that, and I was like, okay, I feel a bit better about that now, because I was like, I feel like I'm just the foreigner who's like just taking up a buttload of space. And I was just like, I feel like crap right now, even though it was like the first thing, because I just went in and then I was like, okay, it's an empty seat. And then when I actually sat down, I was like, I have a bunch of stuff, and if other people wanted to sit here, they couldn't because it's so big, there's no real space. So I felt bad, like most of that. It was literally just that very first stop to the next one. And I was just like, man, I feel weird. I just feel like I did that all wrong. Instead of going straight to the luggage thing to put it down, I went to the seat, and then I just sat down, and I was like, oh, well, now I feel weird. And plus, the subways move pretty fast, depending on which one you're on. So I was like, I don't want to get up while it's actually going super fast, and then I like fall over. It's like I was already taking up space, and then I trip and stuff. So I waited to slow down, but I just shifted everything over. That was actually when the older lady got off. I think it was after that first stop when I put everything up. Or no, I guess that was a different one, because I put my big suitcase up too, so that was actually a different ride. But yeah, the subways are interesting, and being on them was an interesting experience. Something to work on and master, I guess, with the week that I have. But that'll be it. That's it for my super random nighttime rambling, snack deal. So thank you for joining me for this, and me basically falling asleep on camera and not remembering what the heck I'm talking about and stuff. So thank you for joining me. Of course, if you guys have any comments, please put down in the comment section below. Things are going to really be kicking off tomorrow. Well, at least for me. Like I mentioned in other videos, I have no idea when these are actually going to get uploaded, but since they're just me rambling and talking, these will probably be uploaded super quick. Hopefully, if everything's all said and done, I might even upload them, at least late tomorrow, because if I have everything handled, I'm going to bar. I want to go to Super Potato so bad. I want to see all the nerdy stuff, and I want to start going with my pictures. Plus, if things work out, I'm actually going to go to the Pride Parade. Like, that just popped into my head again. I'm going to do that. Then, once that's all said and done, or if I'm just bored, off to Super Potato and looking at all the nerdy stuff and Shibuya Crossing and stuff like that, and getting familiar with that area since I'm going to be there a lot for a lot of the things that I reserved. I might even go to some stuff early. I might do it. I was thinking about that. I was like, man, if I see the Robot Cafe, will I just go early? Like, I legitimately might end up doing that. I don't know yet. But either way, thanks for joining me for this little late night snack, or, you know, not, well, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, well, it's 11:20. It's like 11:20 now, so I guess it's kind of late night snack / dinner. But yeah, thanks for joining me for this. If you guys have any comments, please put them down in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.